Hello and welcome to Robin Minds. My name is Hero Daniels. I'm very excited for today's show because we have an amazing show lined up for you today. As you know, they would say that there is no party like a Lagos party, and with all that is happening in the country today, trust me, we all need that moment to unwind. We all need that moment to go party, celebrate with ourselves, and of course, celebrate with our loved ones. And we're kicking off with some entertainment. As with me in the studio is one man that is known to, he has a specialty in partying. He is a Lagos socialite. Trust me, there is no high-ranking events or top-tier society events that you would not see this man in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my singular pleasure and honor to, introduce to you Pretty Mike.
Well, I appreciate.
How you doing, sir?
Well, sorry they call me sir. Well, let me just leave it at that. So we'll be thinking that I'm older than you now. You are the older one here, sir. Don't chase away my suitors.
Good to have you on the program. So, a lot is happening in the country. How are you even faring economically? Let's start with that.
Well, I'm just like I've always said to a lot of people, I think everybody's feeling the heat. Nigeria as a whole is a country where you just have to toughen up, harden up, and keep it going. From birth, we're used to feeling the heat. The heat is only getting hotter. But we're doing everything in our capacity to soften it and still keep a sane mind. So yeah, we're pushing it. Okay,
fundamentally, what is a socialite? What does it entail to be a socialite? Demystify this word for us.
That word is a word that I'm sure recently came up. I myself don't even know. But I believe with my lifestyle, it's someone that obviously generates funds from going out, having fun, entertaining people. More so, I'm in the nightclub business, so it's an everyday lifestyle. For me, I'm out every day, 7 days a week, Monday to Monday. I think if you're coming to Lagos or you come to Nigeria and you're looking for someone that can tell you all the happening places and all the places to go and don't go, I think I'm probably one of the best people to, yeah.
That sounds like a lot of money, it sounds like a lot of financial commitment to be able to keep up with, being a socialite. Because for every event, you have to get new outfits. And you're very, very famous for always coming up with a concept anytime you're attending an event. And that concept obviously is cost intensive. How do you put it together?
Well, first of all, it's a hobby for me. So I like it. It's something that I enjoy, something that I sit down, think about, and while I'm sleeping, drinking, eating, I have ideas come into my mind. So it's something I personally enjoy first. Yes, it's gonna be cost intensive because to be able to put together craft, arts, is something, creativity in general is expensive, especially in this day and age of social media. So yeah,
So where does the money come from?
Well, it comes from also the other businesses that I do, that I don't make public or I don't make known to the social media world, and also from just socializing.
Pretty Mike, there has been a lot of, I'm sure that you enjoy the attention as well, but you've had quite a lot of media attention in recent years. And there's so many narratives about your brand, right? There was this particular time, I think you made an entrance and you had dwarfs inside the cooking pot, and it broke the internet, and everybody was saying that it was pretty fetish. So is there anything fetish or spiritual about some of those entrances that you make at these parties and events?
Life itself is spiritual. Life itself is fetish. So I like people to just, whatever is comfortable with you, I don't try to change the narratives for people. I like it. There's a freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of thinking, freedom of everything. So whatever it is you want to make do of it, as long as you're comfortable with it, that's fine. For me, I know what I'm doing. Is it fetish? No. Is it spiritual? No. For me, it's just fun. But when a society where people are allowed to sum up whatever conclusions they want to do in their head, and regardless of what you tell them, it's not going to change their narratives. So yeah, feel free. I mean, if you want to
Have you ever had a moment where the people that invited you, your hosts, were a bit taken aback by your entrance, or do you pre-inform them that, you know what, I'm coming to your wedding and I'm going to be coming with 20 brides? I think you've done that as well.
Right.
You know, your hosts, have they ever felt some kind of way?
Never. So a lot of people have this misconception that I just go to anybody's event. No. 10 out of 10 events that I go to are my very close, personal, intimate friends. So when I do show up, it's a case of, even if you're not comfortable with it, you know, say, Mike, now my guy, if care is not taken, I might even have to chase you out of your wedding, that kind of thing. So where there's a relationship where, it's Mike, oh my God. So, you know, I've not had anybody that says they're not comfortable with it, or, you know, I mean, I've had, well, I think one of the craziest one for me was Funny Bone's wedding. So Funny was like, Mike, I know you're coming with something crazy, but listen, and funny enough, I don't tell anybody if I'm coming, or I don't tell them if I'm coming with something, but they know I'm invited and I'm coming. Sometimes I just come empty-handed. It's not all the time. This doesn't happen often. So Funny was like, hey, Mike, please don't come with anything that's Jewish. And I didn't even have any concept like that in my head. And boom, I show up with the lady carrying the cross. And he, of course, he can't chase me out. But after the wedding, he was like, man, didn't I tell you that my mother-in-law is a pastor? I didn't know that, you know. So, but I mean, it's all fun. The good thing is they know my personality, they know my heart, they know that it's just all love and fun, and you know, I mean.
Okay.
You know.
So, have you ever felt like people are copying your brand? You know, have you ever seen anybody try to emulate what you do, and how did that make you feel? Oh,
I have a whole lot of fans all across the world that have, I mean, from the UK to the US to even here in Nigeria, that have, they always tag me and, oh, this is like, as Pretty Mike is doing it. And yeah, I mean, I think it feels good. It's only creativity and art that other people try to copy or try to emulate, or, you know, at least it's a good thing to say that somebody's trying to even do something that you're doing, even with all the negative press it gets sometimes. I mean, to me, I like it. And I feel the more you try to copy or you try to emulate or you try to make it something of yours, the more it makes me go into my thinking chambers and try to outdo myself every time I come out publicly.
Okay, so the last time we had a conversation, if I recall vividly, so it was a couple of years back, where we talked about the time you bought a doll. I don't need to specify the kind of doll, but I'm sure the viewers know the kind of doll I'm talking about.
Call her by her name, please.
What?
Amaka is her name.
Amaka, it's an inanimate object, so...
Well, they can all be called names.
Okay. Well, I don't know if let's just call her a doll. Okay. All right? For the purpose of this program, we'll call her a doll. Okay. Right? And you talked about how the doll wouldn't cheat on you and how you've passed through a lot of trauma with women, right, in the past. Right. Where is your love life at right now?
Well, I'm still searching for love. And, I mean...
But we see you with multiple women every single now and then.
Yeah. I mean, the business.
How come you've not found a connection with one of those women?
I'm in the business of women, so I've always had women in my life. Even growing up as a kid, I've always been around women. So that is nothing new to me. But I think the most difficult part is finding the connection intimately that will take you for who you are, your personality. And for some reason, I think I know women too much. So whatever moves you make, I can almost counter it or second guess it. So it has made it a little difficult for me to be in a stable, concrete relationship, especially in our environment where everything now is monetized and you know, so it's a tough one. But I'm still waiting upon the Lord. He will surely do it for me.
Okay, okay. You have very strong opinions about certain things in the society. If you
Right.
take, for example, I know you've countlessly written about BBL. What are your thoughts on plastic surgery and women enhancing their bodies?
I think I'm probably one of the first people to call out a lot of female celebrities, years back before even anybody started talking about BBL. And I called them out to say, and I called a lot of them were my friends too. Hey, you did your body. Stop telling people you went to the gym or you're taking some kind of tea. Let some of our young girls know what's going on and how they can better improve themselves. There's nothing wrong with enhancing your body, enhancing your look, enhancing your personality, enhancing your mindset. But let's not deceive people. For me, it was the deceit that I don't like. So yeah, BBL is a good thing. Builds your self-esteem, self-confidence. I mean, there are a lot of controversies around it. Sometimes the medical terminology in terms of people getting different sizes and not being proportionally shaped. And there's a lot of jokes about it. I mean, it's a new thing in the environment. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to take a couple of years before we can perfect it. But I mean, hey.
Do you mind if your significant other does her body?
She is going to do her body after she has kids.
So your future wife will have to undergo surgery? Oh,
she's going to be a body and a Barbie doll. I mean, a lot of people ask me, what's my spec? And I tell them I don't have a spec. And they're like, why? I'm like, because my spec might be this year and next year might be something different. So spec-wise, we can decide to have her big tits, big ass, whatever, and change it up the next year.
Yeah, language.
Right. I thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, the society we live in, let's just have fun.
So you're not sort of, I don't know, where do you need to pitch your tent? Because now you're saying that you've been speaking out against people working their bodies and deceiving people that it's all natural.
Right.
So which tent do you belong to? Are you pro body enhancement? Are you pro natural?
I encourage everybody that wants to do their body to do their body.
So you're pro body enhancement. Okay. What are your thoughts on skin bleaching? Because it's a hot topic right now.
If skin, there's nothing wrong with skin bleaching. The question is, a lot of these things, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem with it is when you don't do it the right way. For crying out loud, Michael Jackson bleached his skin. So like other celebrities all across the world. The question is, was it done right? Did you take care of your body properly? It's when you don't take care of your body properly that all these things. So whatever you have to do to your body to make yourself feel good, it's about the self-confidence. That's fine with me. The question is, let's do it right. Let's get it right. Let's educate ourselves and educate others on how these things go.
So is there a right way to bleach your skin?
Sure, there is.
Without any harmful effects?
There is. Like I said, with Janet Jackson bleached, in fact, the whole Jackson family have bleached their skin. Some have gotten it right, some haven't. And one thing about these things, it's a learning process. So there's no school or book that says it has to be done this particular way.
So you're talking about the Jackson family.
I'm hypothetically.
Let's bring it back home.
Okay.
Who would you say just give me a name, somebody that has done a good job with bleaching her or his skin?
Ooh, all our celebrities have toned. And once you've toned your skin color, you've bleached it.
Like?
You've lightened and enhanced it. Let me give you a good name. Somebody that works. Okay. She will not like if I call her name, but this our industry is hard to say that now. You're on the blogs.
Since when did you start playing safe?
No. I would tell people you have to sometimes watch people's emotions. Let's keep it real. We'll have inner emotions and how we feel. It's not about playing safe. It's about doing the right thing. I mean, sometimes I can call out who I want to call out for the right reason. But sometimes keep things personal. There was a show I was watching now. I think AY called out David, and I think that's really going crazy right now on the net. It was a sensitive topic. It could have been something everybody's been joking about, but I don't think it was the right time for him to joke about it.
So you think AY was wrong?
He should have been more sensitive about that joke. It's a sensitive joke that has to do with not just the young guy, his family, his wife, and his kids. It's a sensitive topic. I mean, we did those jokes a couple of years way back with Two-Face. It wasn't as big because the internet wasn't as big, and we got away with it. But now, there are a lot of sensitive things happening out there. We just have to be careful with people's emotions. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, internet, social media have made these things easier and closer to us. Unlike before, where it could be on the tabloid newspapers, a couple of hundred people have seen it. But now we're talking about millions of people seeing it. We're talking about I can say something right now and I can get 10,000 comments on my Instagram page, DM everywhere. You know, so these things are, no matter how tough a skin you have, trust me, if 1,000 people say the same thing to you and curse you out, it will get to you. Yeah. And don't forget, they come from all angles. You block them from Instagram, they're coming on Twitter, they're coming from YouTube, they're coming on Snapchat, they're coming on your WhatsApp. So yeah, it can easily get you. I don't care who you are.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Pretty, as much as I would like to really get back into the topic of what is the right way of bleaching,
skin.
Because at the end of the day, the whole essence of this program is just to educate people. And personally, this is just a personal opinion. I don't think there is a right way to bleach your skin.
There is. There is. So,
because I said, give me an example of somebody.
So why I said there is technology over the years has changed, where we have like glutathiones, things, injections you can take that even bleach you from the inside and not just from the outside. So,
and you're saying there's no harmful effects? There's no long-term effects?
There's nothing in this life that doesn't have a long-term harmful effect if abused. Ordinary Panadol, if you abuse it, it will have an effect. Ordinary Panadol. Ordinary. And it sounds ordinary because it's that ordinary. So whatever you're taking, that's why sometimes the right people have to prescribe. They have to watch your skin. Everything just has to be monitored. So
at what point does it get to abuse? Because if you're having a visible change in your skin, I don't think it's based on little quantities. It's based on consistently applying that particular cream or medication or treatment that eventually takes effect.
Right, but if you decide to abuse it and use it past what, okay,
so
for example,
let your daughter bleach her skin?
She would definitely tone her skin if that's what she wants. Like I said, if that's what she wants, I'll tell you a perfect example. If we go back to bleaching, I'm sure if we go back to like maybe Lagos Island, where what me and you knew was bleaching back then was old, you're a brown man with black knuckles and, you know, look so ugly, but here's yellow and here. That has changed. Because they were doing it the wrong way, but they liked it. Those things have changed now. You hardly see black knuckles because it's the newer technology. What I'm saying is there are newer technology to all these things. You just have to read about it, know about it, and get to apply it the right way.
Pretty Mike, we still have so much to talk about, but we need to go on a quick break right now. Robin Mind continues after this break. Stay with us.
I like the way you move, really wanna get with you. Don't just stand like...
Welcome back. This is Robin Minds. Before we went on the break, we were having a very great conversation with Pretty Mike, the king of nightlife. And we need to continue that conversation because this is a very, very, very sensitive topic that we're talking about, which is the issue of bleaching. And you are saying that if your daughter wants to bleach her skin, that you're going to allow her to bleach her skin. Have you heard of the very dark man? And hey, you know what he's been advocating for?
Well, he's been advocating for if you say something about your product and you can't deliver on it, stop deceiving the public. Or you have it, he'll call you out. I mean, that's what he's been advocating for. For me, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. A lot of people are saying he's going overboard. I think that happens with fame. Sometimes when you're getting famous and you're getting popular, it might get into your head. It might be getting to his head a little bit, right? He's feeling all too comfortable. But at the end of the day, he has a message, so you can either choose the right side or choose the wrong side, however you want it.
Let's talk about fake life, you know, where people have to fake it till they make it, quote and unquote. We see people on the Snap stories, they're popping bottles. Sometimes they don't pay for those bottles. You are in the nightlife business. You know, do you have such an experience where people have to come, they drink a lot of bottles and they don't pay for it?
I think that's an old topic. When I say it's an old topic, it's a topic that has been with the nightclub business from day one. Even us, the nightclub as owners, we encourage such. We encourage people to come drink and drink and drink. And sometimes they owe and cannot be able to pay. I have a lot of people over the years that are owing, have not been able to pay. Sometimes you just write these debts off instead of keep chasing and keep calling the police, and just try and focus on new clients and new customers and stuff like that. So fake life has been one of the big stigmas in the society.
Yeah. So is there any particular person that's owed you a lot of money over these years?
Wow, there's a long list of them.
The person that's the one that you're just most annoyed about.
Yeah. Not plenty. Yeah, I mean, there are a couple. Not like you might know them. Not that they might be famous, but I mean, within our society, the nightclub society, yeah, these people are known. If I start calling names now, it's not like you might know them.
No, it doesn't matter. We'll find them. And we'll make sure they pay.
And make sure they pay, right? Oh, wow. Wale, you are there. You have to pay. I'll send you his Instagram page. that will work. So at least you know the particular Wale I'm talking about. Yeah, but there are quite a number of them, people that have been. It's part of the business. It's part of the business.
All right, Pretty Mike. What's next for you? You're still in the nightclub business. You're doing your thing. Right. What's the next big thing for you?
Still going to be the nightclub business. I've divided into real estate a little bit. Plan on having my own TV show, hopefully.
Okay.
A couple of people have been calling for the movies. But I mean, hey, we're just here to keep serving the people, keep socializing, keep putting smiles on faces for those that want to smile, and for those that want to frown, hey, frown all you want to frown. And
in all of this, you didn't mention the deadline that you have to get married, because there is a deadline. You know, I know you too well. That's the thing. No, I'm serious. So are you honoring the deadline? Because the deadline was like 2 years ago.
Wow.
From your people.
Yes. And if me and you have to go into our history, you have always tried to take my girls. So I don't know if you really
National TV, Pretty Mike.
Yeah, but you just put it out there.
I put it out there because, you are one of the most eligible bachelors, and you need to set a good example to, the younger ones. Younger ones like me.
Wow.
So, Pretty Mike, when are you getting married?
Next year.
Next year?
Mm-hmm.
Next year, which month? Because we need to hold you accountable, because that's what you said 2 years ago.
That's between me and my God.
Who is the woman you're getting married to?
I have a couple of people on my list.
Just give me top 3.
Top 3?
Yes.
Nancy Sima is still on my list.
Nancy Sima?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's Nancy for now.
Nancy for now. So you want to get married to Nancy Sima. Do you guys even have an intimate relationship, not to talk of,
I've taken to,
because I know Nancy. I don't think Nancy fancies you.
I'm taking her name to the altar. I'm praying about it.
Okay.
Squeeze it to me and we pray about it.
All right. Thank you so very much for coming on the show, Pretty Mike. And I truly do hope that all your dreams come true,
Yeah,
including the Nancy Isime dream. All the very best. Thank you so very much.
I appreciate it.
Give me some reaction. I just want you to go.